shout at the devil. We're back.
Yeah.
Chinga, está bien caliente el pinche internet ahorita con Joey Jams and PVT.
Joey broke the internet.
Yeah, que rato el pinche internet. We had so many people on right now that it just exploded.
It imploded.
We're going back to part 2, so part 2's better.
More destructive than a volcanic eruption and a tsunami altogether.
A la madre.
Wow. Forecaster rock and roll James.
But fortunately, we have a producer that is quick on her feet and her hands, and she put it all together, folks, and we're here again.
She's quick on the draw, like a horse named McGraw.
Yes. And you know what? If you are just joining us, you need to check out part 1 of this interview because we talked about some really cool things.
La Mafia, La Sombra.
Yep.
The difference between Houston and San Antonio Tejano, and urethras. That's kind of like, you have to look for that one. It's kind of a code word.
And we also spoke about the
your face was like,
the urethra. I don't know. That kind of freaks me out. Isn't it something they put in your? You know what I mean? Oh no, that's what do they do that when they
catheter tube?
Oh yeah, catheter.
Catheter. Oh my God, urethra's a catheter.
Urethra catheter. Where the fuck is James thinking over here?
So that's in part 1. You got to look for it.
Yeah.
Are we live? We're good. We're good.
Yes, we're good.
Plus, we spoke about Joey and Jesse Turner
possibly
getting finally
Reconciling.
Well, it was. You know what? Believe it or not, it wasn't just with him. I actually reached out to everybody.
Oh yeah. So you had more than one beef then?
No. It wasn't. No.
So you hate on people?
No,
is that what you're saying?
So you got chingles of.
No, it's funny because like no.
So you trash talk.
If you were a wrestler, you'd be a heel, right?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No, if I was a wrestler, I'd be Ric Flair. But
because you would fall down.
Yeah.
No. I reached out to all. Well, I mean, I kept in contact with Richard. I kept in contact with Checo, but I reached out to Robles and George, and just that I'm this the same shit. Like fuck the bullshit
and go to the previous part of this. This is part 2, so go to the previous one. We're about to go to our chat zone when the whole 956 internet went down over here. And
oh my God.
We want to thank Rody's Country Fried Chicken in Eagle Pass, Texas. Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. 36 years of serving Eagle Pass with delicious fried chicken with all the sides, fish and shrimp, hot dogs, chicken fried steak. Located 1910 El Indio Highway, the fastest drive-thru in Texas. Call in your order, 830-773-9189. Joey, have you ever been to Eagle Pass? Of course you have, right?
Dude, I've been to Eagle Pass. So I've been going to Eagle Pass since I was, my first time playing over there. I was like 11, 10.
But have you been to Roadies, though?
No.
Oh, dude, you got to go to Roadies, bro.
Next time.
36 years, over 36 years. So big shout out to Roadies. And so what kind of questions do we have on the
I have one question that I saw because I was kind of going back and forth. And the question is from Sal in the house. He says, ask Joey, which is his favorite band that he's played for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Favorite.
Yeah. I've never asked you that question.
That's
Joey.
That's a good question.
And be politically incorrect when you answer it.
Looks like Joey's going to start some more enemies over here.
Right. You know what? Unfriend me.
I'm going to block him.
Well, you know what? I can't, okay, look. That's a hard question to answer.
Name the bands you've been with. You've been with Cumbia Kings.
With AB.
You've been with Carlito Miranda.
I was with Carlitos when we were doing Tejano and when we were doing the rock en español, metal.
Okay.
I was with Excelencia. I was with
Signo. Cumbia Kings.
With Macizo. Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice.
Talk about
Coetzel.
Shit.
Mítico from Houston. I did with them.
Magnifico Siete.
So which is your favorite? And put the others down.
I think I know what he's going to say.
Like the band the band that I've been a part of. What's my favorite band that I've been a part of?
No, just the band that you were a part of all those bands.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay. I would probably have to say.
I can't believe he's going to say this.
I know which one he's going to say.
Yeah, me too. It's obvious. Totally obvious.
Coetzel.
Wow.
Damn. I've seen those pictures. We saw the intro in the previous video that we did that got cut down. there's video of Coetzel show, and
Yeah.
Joey's on drums, and there's fire and smoke.
Dude,
Look at the pictures; are just absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
And,
and you know what's funny? And no, I didn't mean to cut you off, but when I went to go play with him, right, I had told Dre, which is their tour manager, I said, "Look, all I want is a picture with me and fire behind me." He goes, "I got you, dog."
yeah.
And sure enough,
Why is it your favorite?
Well, look at the crowds, dude. Look at the
Be
pictures.
specific.
well, the thing is this: is that it's everything. It's the band. Okay, it's just the way everything was ran. Everything I can't complain about one thing the time that I was there.
Right.
Like I can't say
You were taken care of, like,
oh dude, like above and beyond, bro.
because you were just filling in
I
for
was
their
just,
drummer.
yeah, I was just filling in, and it was awesome, bro. Like just the way that they run their ship. Everything is smooth. From my experience, it was fucking bad, bro. When I tell people, it's like when you dream about being in a band touring and you're playing in front of sold out crowds and you're with your buddies and everything is just like badass. That was it. Like everything was like, it was just like, wow. Like,
Did
you know,
anything crazy happen during the tour? How many shows did you do with
I
Coetzel?
did 9 shows.
9 shows, and
Yeah.
what cities were they?
I played in Springfield, Missouri, Fort Smith, Arkansas.
So it was like a Midwest tour?
Kind of. I mean, we went to Nashville. We went to Alabama.
Were you the only Mexican?
No,
in these towns?
No, believe it or not,
Dre, the original drummer.
Yeah, the original drummer, Dre, which is his tour manager. He's Mexican. Yo-Yo, shout out to Yo-Yo. Shout out to the boys that are tuning in. Yo-Yo's from Abilene. He's his production manager and monitor guy. Let's see who else. Josh. No, Josh is not. Well, Josh Bags. We think he's Mexican, but he's not Mexican. Wallace has the bus driver. Let's see who else is in there. I forgot. Oh, Rob Garza, a new addition to the staff. He's a guitar tech. He's Mexican. There's like 4 or 5 Mexicans in
A
there.
lot of diversity.
Yeah, man. But it, dude, I'm telling you, bro. Like it was fucking awesome. Like everything. Like
Were you on your own bus, or were you in the bus with them?
no, I was in the bus with them.
Was Cole in the bus with
Yeah,
you guys too?
yeah.
So he traveled with the band?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to, right? I mean-
They're like a family, bro. Like I mean, of
Like
course,
carnales.
like all bands are. But the cool thing about them that I took early on when I was like, wow, man, this is so awesome, is that they've been together for a very long time. The same guys. You know what I mean? And it's funny because like on Facebook, I'm friends with them, and the memory will pop up of them playing in 2016, and there's like 100 people there, and then you think back to now, it's like fucking sold out arenas,
dude.
and it's the same guys, the same dudes, and it's so awesome to think like of everything that they've gone through. You know, with their, traveling in a van.
And they don't even get radio airplay, do they? I mean,
Not really. That's
no,
another
bro.
thing, dude.
I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm like. It freaks me out because I'm like, especially where I live in Alice, right? I don't ever hear him on the radio.
they have the country station here is 100,000 watts. It's iHeart Clear Channel.
Yep.
They don't play Coetzel.
And dude, and he goes to Concrete Street,
sold out.
sold out.
Yeah.
At the amphitheater stage, like crazy. And
Yeah.
I'm like we went, every gig that I played with them was like sold out.
And he hasn't conformed for anybody. He does what he like. The music he records is like the music
That he likes, yeah.
His lyrics are rough in some areas and soft in others. He'll cuss on during the songs. He's one of those. He's like the Waylon Jennings and Chris Christopherson and
Of these times.
The cool thing I like about it
the
is that
Outlaws from the '70s. That's what he is now.
he could just grab his guitar and just sit right there and start jamming. And it's like it's talent, bro.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
fucking bad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He has a very unique voice. Like his stage presence, his like everything. That's how come I said everything from top to bottom, left to right, was awesome.
Yeah.
And I was, and it's crazy because I would tell my wife, everything, like, oh my God, this is so awesome, or man, they're so welcoming, they're so like everything was just a badass experience. And aparte, you go on stage because I'm there to play the drums, and you go on stage, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's sold out arena screaming their asses off. Like, and you know what's funny, Rock, is that when I went to go rehearse with them, right? Prior to rehearsing with them, Yo-Yo, he had sent, which is their production manager, he sent me a live recording of them, and just for reference, for the show. So the day of rehearsal, Dre, he booked a rehearsal spot in Austin from 11 in the morning till 9 at night, with the assumption that we were going to rehearse all day because, we got to go through this show. And these are big gigs these dudes are doing. So I remember we got there at 11 and, it's funny, dude. My wife and I, she went with me, and we pull up to the back, and you see the 18-wheeler and all that. And it's so weird because even though, I've been blessed to experience big things and big places and venues and tour buses and 18-wheelers, I still get a kick out of shit like that. So when
Hell yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we get there to the rehearsal spot, I'm like, oh my God, look, that's their 18-wheeler and yada, yada, yada. So yeah, we start getting the gear off, and I start setting up the drums, and they start miking everything. By the time we were ready to drop the first beat, we started from the top of the concert, from the top of the show. We were gonna run through the set like if it's a show, and we ran through half of the show, took a break, ate lunch, ran the rest of it, and as soon as the last song boom, I'm like, was it good, or you guys want to do it again? And Cole was like, dude, fuck, we could have fucking played a show right now. You know what I mean? We could have played a gig right now.
Well, you had been practicing, right?
Yeah,
'Cause you had set up, you had put up a video, of you doing this song. I think it was.
Yeah.
And I when I saw that video, I said, hey, he's auditioning. He's auditioning, because a lot of artists have been found on YouTube. You know.
Well, the thing is
And
this.
musicians.
But here's the crazy thing, is that my history with that camp, more so with Dre, goes back to years ago because he reached out to me through Facebook. That's how I met him.
Yeah.
So, and he told me back then, I played drums with, and this is all through Messenger.
Yeah.
Like, this is not, we didn't meet each other in person.
Dre's your fan, dude.
Well,
he was a fan of. I mean, he respects your drumming.
That's how it
and
started.
everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. That's where it started. And so that's how I got into, like, he would talk about me. He would show them videos of me and yada, yada, yada. That's how they even knew who a Joey Jimenez was. And so when this opportunity happened, he pulled I know somebody that can come in and do the part. And he goes, and he told me too, he's like, dude, you know how people are like, I got a camera. He comes in and it's all whack.
Yeah.
I went in and it was, dude, promise you when I tell you this, it was like the piece. It just, like if we've been playing together all along.
Yeah.
And I'm playing, and in front of me is Cole and the guys, because we're in a rehearsal spot. We're in each other's space. And we're playing, and I'm just like, man.
Did you ever hope that you would somehow just stay there doing that?
Of course. I mean, that was, but I went with the intention that I'm just going for that time.
How'd the last show feel, bro?
Well,
You knew that right after that last song, it was over.
The thing is that the second night of my last run, the morning of the show, we were in Beaumont, Texas, and I got off. We're in an arena. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking awesome. I got a phone call, and I picked up my phone and I saw, and it said Worm. Worm is my baby brother Jeremy. We call him Worm. And when I saw his number on my phone, I had a feeling it was bad fucking news.
No.
So I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, hey, they found Dad unresponsive this morning at his house. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I don't know. They found him unresponsive. The ambulance took him to the hospital. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, I don't know yet. They're going to do some tests, and I don't know. He goes, let me call you back. So I get off the phone with him. I call my wife immediately. And the thing is that because I knew that my last 2 shows with Coetzel were in Texas, Starla I had told Starla, you come out to the last 2 shows because they're in Texas, and then on my last show we can go home. So we already had it planned that that's how it was going to happen. So I called her and I'm like, babe, my brother just called me right now, this and this with my dad. What? Yeah. And I'm like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Do I go? I don't know what to do. Like, and she's like, let me hurry up and get my stuff together. I said, please hurry. Can you get here fast? And Beaumont is a ways from Alice.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm there and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I don't know what to do. Should I go back to Seguin to be with my brother? I don't know what the hell to do. So then my brother tells me later in the afternoon that the doctors came back and told him that there was nothing they can do for my dad, that he lost a lot of oxygen, and they had a machine breathing for him, and they were going to have to take the machine off. And it was just going to be a matter of time when he takes his last breath.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you fucking for real, man? Like, and I'm like, now Yo-Yo's texting me, hey, bro, do you mind coming and put the drums up? So now I'm over here putting drums up with this shit on my mind, and I'm not saying nothing to nobody. Only just Starla's the only one that knows, and my brother, and I'm like, fuck my life, man. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm setting up my drums, or I'm setting up the drums, and I don't know what to do. And then Starla calls me, and she's like, hey, have you talked to your brother? I said, yes. She goes, you get to talk to your dad? And I'm like, no. She goes, you need to talk to your dad. Like, he can still hear you. Trust me, I know, because she went through it with her grandmother. You know, we lost her grandmother in 2020 of COVID. And when she was kind of in that situation, the doctors told her, she can hear you. You can talk to her. So she's telling me, you need to talk to your dad. So I get off the drums and I haul ass outside and I call my brother and I go, hey, put the phone to dad. And it fucking sucked, bro, that I had to say goodbye to my father on the phone. And I was just, you know, I said what I said to him, and I was like, I was still not knowing what the fuck I should be doing at this moment. I don't know. Like, I didn't know where to go or what the hell to happen. So then I get done with that, and then I come back and finish setting up the drum kit, and then we do line check and all that good stuff, and we're done. So then I call Starla, and I'm like, babe, can you just get here as fast as you can? I am. And we're just talking on the phone. And I'm just like, I can't believe what the fuck. Like, man, hopefully, and I'm hoping to God that my dad holds on till I get to Seguin. And so she finally, you know, my brother's there at the hospital with him. And I'm just like I don't even know what to think. I just feel numb. I don't even know what's going on. And so finally my wife gets to Beaumont and she comes with me. We grab something to eat. I hadn't eaten. And then I go to my hotel room and I just lost it. Because the first time I did your show, I talked to you about
going to his house, telling him, hey, Dad, let's go play pool. He had pool things.
Yeah,
we were talking a lot about your dad.
I talked about how I had animosity to him because what happened between him and my mom. And then we reconciled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this time, I'm like, what the fuck, man? So I get to the hotel, and I'm like, I don't even know. I'm just bawling my eyes out. And I got to go play. And it's like, is this the right thing to do? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, because this happened this day, and I was already hours away from wherever. So I just try and I pick myself up as best as I can. I go to I ended up telling Dre, this is what's going on, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, dude, don't tell me that. I'm like, yeah, man. I said, you know, so he just kept it between him and I. You know, we kept it between us. So I didn't tell nobody nothing. Nobody knew nothing. I get to the arena and I go play the show in Beaumont. Kick-ass fucking show, which is the video that you posted. That's from Beaumont.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get done with the gig. I go back to the hotel. I call my brother. I was actually on the phone. My brother Starlin and I were getting food before we went to the hotel. We're just kind of talking, and he's just there, like, you know, we're just waiting, man. So I go to bed. I wake up in the morning, about 9 o'clock in the morning, and my phone rings, and it's my brother. And I said, hello, and he's like, hey, Dad passed away at 7:19 this morning. And I'm like, son of... And then I just lost it. And then I'm like, I got to go to fucking College Station and play. And I'm like, do I even go there? Do I just leave? I mean, what do I do? I don't know what to do. And Starla's just like, babe, I mean, whatever you want to do, I got your back. But what do you want to, you know? And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know if... I don't think I can not go do this gig. I got to do this gig. Like, it's my job.
Yeah.
So she drove us to College Station. I was crying. I couldn't believe that I was part of that group of people that lost a parent now. And I just couldn't even grasp the fact that I had to go fucking play a show with that going on.
And it was with a band that, you know, took you like further away than any other band you were really working with recently, right?
Yeah, recently. Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
if you weren't doing the Coetzel thing, you would have probably been able to go see him, be home, and do things like that Monday through Friday and stuff.
Yeah. So I get to College Station, and I go straight to the drums to go set up the drums, and Dre was talking to my wife, and she told him. And it's so weird, man, because we were playing at an outdoor amphitheater in College Station, right? And we already knew that was already sold out. I think it was like 8,000 people. Like the lawn, you knew that was going to be covered with people.
Partying and everything.
So I did the drums, checked the drums, everything, and Starla was actually sitting out in the lawn waiting for me. So I went to go sit with her, and I was just sitting there with her. We're just soaking up the sun and just like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, this isn't like... And so, yeah, my last gig, my dad passed, and I had to play. And don't get me wrong, I mean, when it was time for me to go and work, you know, it's like it just kicked in, and I go and do what I do. But that was my last 2 days on tour with him. And I told, Starla told Dre that my dad had passed, and I didn't tell nobody. Nobody knew until Sunday. Monday is when I kind of like put it out there on social media that my dad passed away.
Was it COVID that, or what was
that? Was part of it. It's just my dad.
So he had COVID when he passed away.
He had COVID, and he had gotten he was diabetic. He didn't take care of himself. It was just it was a lot.
Yeah, he had underlying conditions, and then an underlying condition, and then the COVID came in, and it did its worst.
Yeah, it was a lot, and so like I said, I announced. I just put it out there on Monday, and it's crazy because that last gig in College Station, when I went to say bye to everybody, because it was my last gig with them, you know, I went to say bye to everybody and went in the bus, and I said bye to Cole, and I was like, thank you for everything, man. You have no idea. I really appreciate it. And he was like, dude, I'm going to holler at you on Monday. I was like, all right, cool. So early Monday is when I posted that my dad had passed away, and it's so crazy because the road crew and the other band members were reaching out to me, telling me, dude, like we would have never known. Like you played like everything was great. And I was just
there's something about the stage, right, bro?
Yeah, man.
When you get into that, it's just like it blocks everything that you're going through out of your mind, and you do what you do, and you do it the best you can.
Well, that's the thing that's what I realized when I was out there, because, you know, I'm going out there to play with these dudes, and mind you, this is a different genre of music, and a lot of people were telling me like, "Are you excited to play with them?" And I said, "Look, you gotta understand something." I said, first and foremost, I'm a rocker. I just was in Tejano situations because that was what was close to me. You know, my friends, the bands that were there. I said, but I've always wanted to, because Coetzel's considered a Texas country artist, but there's nothing country.
It's
about
rock
it.
and roll,
rock and
man.
roll. They got
Yeah.
a fucking rock show.
Yeah.
So I was like, I finally get to play the music I have always wanted to play my entire life.
Yeah.
And I go out there, and I was telling my wife, I was like, it's so weird because I see it's just fucking packed, sold out people.
That was your Motley Crue moment.
Yes,
Dad.
dude.
Yeah, right.
And I go up there and I sit behind the drums, and it's like everything just disappeared. Like it was just me and the drums. Did my job, had a blast. After my first show with them, it was crazy. Is that I rehearsed with them like on a Monday, on the week of a Monday, and I didn't play with him till the following Thursday. So I assumed that Thursday, maybe during the day, like with sound check and everything, we'll go over some songs, refreshing them. So I was like, I was just listening to my notes or reading my notes and I, dude.
Were you shitting your pants, man? the first show?
No. I wasn't. Oh no, hell no.
Well,
I
you
was
were
excited.
confident.
Oh yeah, because
You knew you were
the thing-
gonna do it.
Well, the thing is
You were
this:
gonna
is
be
that
able to do it.
I don't know how to do a lot of things, Rock, in this world. But if you give me some drumsticks,
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that I'll deliver.
Yeah, but when you join a band, they expect certain things that they expect to be there when they're doing the songs.
Well, check it out. I got
You
something
know-
to check it out. So I played my first. So that day, there's no we don't go over nothing, right? I just know the set. All right. So the intro comes on, and I'm there on the side of the stage. I'm like, all right, and then they go, all right, let's go. So I get on the drums, start, and every gig that I played with him, not one fucking hiccup.
It's dog.
No,
man.
but check it out. When we're in Nashville, right? I'm playing in Nashville about 6:00 in the afternoon.
Which is now the live music capital of the world, right?
Check it out. We play in Nashville around 6:00. This is already midday. The guitar player, one of the guitar players, Shiloh, he's like, "Hey man, I think we're gonna play Powerball." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." He goes, "You know Powerball?" I was like, "Yeah." And so I'm like, "Okay, so okay, we're gonna play Powerball." I go in the bus. I start listening to the song. Okay, I listen to it. Then I'm like, okay, I'm pretty confident they do not play it exactly like this live. So I go to YouTube. I find a live video.
There you go.
So then I'm like, okay, cool. The bass player, Mason, he calls me. He's like, hey, man, where you at? I said, I'm in the bus. He goes, okay, I'm going to come talk to you real quick. I said, okay, cool. He comes in the bus. He goes, hey, man, there's this thing on Powerball that I want you to follow me with the bass drum, what the bass is doing. Right here on this breakdown goes like this. Dun, 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 dun. You got it? I'm like, yeah, I got you. So, dude, no rear, no nothing. So we right before showtime,
You jumped right into the canal.
Hey, right before showtime, we're backstage at the place there in Nashville. Cole comes out of the dressing room and he goes, Powerball. I'm like, sure. All right. Went on stage, played it, fucking nailed it.
This dog. Yeah.
It was awesome, dude. It was fucking awesome, bro.
Slam dunk.
It was awesome.
So we're going to go to the chat zone. Joe's Master Service is bringing you this one, proudly serving the local Edinburgh, Texas area for over 50 years. Joe understands that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. He's going to make that easy for you. All you have to do is go by and meet Joe himself because he's always at the shop, and you can give him a call at 956-383-1882, okay? And what happens is you can also go to joesmaster.com and make an appointment. And that way when you get there, you're already ready to go, and he's ready for you. And you get there, and he does your oil change. He checks your Freon on your AC. Today, we had 106 degrees here in the Rio Grande Valley. If you don't have AC in your vehicle or it's low on Freon, you'll notice it right away. So who can take care of that immediately? Joe's Master Service. Joe Brotherhood is going to take care of you, and he takes pride in being your number one choice for any auto repair. Joe's Master Service right here in the heart of Edinburgh.
Really quick, I want to send a special shout out to Dario Puig, Carmen Benavides, Manu Garcia, Sal in the House, Victoria Garcia, Raul Lucio, and Alex Gomez. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight.
All right.
I want to ask Joey something real quick here. Hey, Joey, I know you're a fanatic of the crew, and when it comes to rock drummers, would you say Tommy Lee is the best rock drummer, or he's just your favorite and you acknowledge, hey, you know what, this guy's probably better?
Yeah, Tommy Lee's just my favorite.
Okay, yeah. And who would you say kind of blows your mind? Like, okay, Tommy Lee's my favorite, but this guy is...
Like in rock music or in general?
in rock. No, in rock. Like metal, rock, hard rock, yeah.
Man, there's a bunch of dudes like...
Neil Peart?
Well, Neil Peart.
Well, let him...
Yeah. Neil Peart. Yeah, no, Neil Peart.
Go ahead,
Neil
Joey.
Peart. There's
Still waiting for Joey's response.
Aquiles Priester. He's a Brazilian metal drummer. He's fucking the beast, bro. Charlie Benante from Anthrax. Shoot, man.
What about rest in peace?
actually-
What about Taylor Hawkins?
Oh, Taylor Hawkins. Oh, man. Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. One of the greatest rock drummers out there, especially playing in a band with another fucking great rock drummer, Dave Grohl.
That's a lot of pressure because the lead guy is a drummer and he knows like A2.
And the lead guy he's a badass drummer.
He's a legendary.
Yeah.
Where do you have Dave Lombardo on that list?
Oh, Dave Lombardo's up there, man. But Dave Lombardo's he's more so in the speed metal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like
His rolls are fast.
But you
dude.
believe it or not, I would probably like to listen to Phil Rudd, which is from AC/DC,
He's there, bro.
Yeah.
more than any other
Ese
drummer.
vato está pesado,
Yeah.
bro.
Like I would rather hear Back in Black than
Then all that stuff.
Yeah, because it's just he's the guy. That's what you call,
he's like the conjunto drummer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's just fucking
solid.
compas,
Yeah,
timing,
timing. That's
and
it.
nothing spectacular.
No, man.
They never been. AC/DC's been simple, and the formula they've had forever has just transcended throughout.
Yeah.
But I know you're a big Motley Crue fan, so we have to test your knowledge on this.
All right.
It's on.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, let's see if you turn
got-
into a winner or a wiener.
Yeah. Tiene tattoos de Motley Crue,
¡A
la
huevo!
t-shirt.
So,
Vamos a ver, chinga, a ver si no lo dejamos en vergüenza al pobre. And ladies and gentlemen, if he doesn't answer them correctly, pues we might have to, I don't know, man, take some of that Motley Crue mystique out of it. Hombre, bro.
and we might have to put Trickster or something else.
Poser, carnal. Poser, carnal. Yeah.
Steeler.
It's brought to you by the Green Hit, offering a natural alternative for stress and pain with various CBD-infused oils, lotions, edibles, gummies, and even inhalants to combat and recuperate the body and mind. They've got amazing name brand bongs and pipes, all the accessories for smoking. Their detoxes can help purge all the toxins that your body absorbs from day in and day out activities and your hectic and stressful lifestyles. Full body and mental relaxation. Gummies are amazing. Veterans are always welcome, and they always have special discounts. Plus, they have products that are made by veterans, okay? So you got to talk to Hector, Louie, and Javi. You give them a call at 956-666-9088 or 956-591-0114. They're in McAllen, or they're in Mission and Far, and you can check them out on Facebook and Instagram. The Green Hit, the perfect place for relaxing the mind and spirit in an all-natural way. Yeah.
That's my favorite Motley Crue song right there.
So here we go. So if you get it wrong, you'll hear which one's this? It's this one.
Oh no, that's what you get.
That's the correct.
That's the correct one.
Right, yeah. This
Oh
is
my
the wrong
God.
one. All right.
All right.
All right. So question number one.
Here we go. Do you want to put the pressure song, the background, and
Which one?
the one about the millionaire, the
yeah,
more
yeah,
dramatic?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That one-
I'm pretty confident, but you're making me nervous right
You know
now.
what? Yeah.
they-
Okay, so we're going to change the mood here, Joey, and I know you're in a good mood and you're real proud of yourself, aren't you? But now we're going to change the mood. We're going to change the song, and we're going to test your mental acuity, if you will, to quote Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah. Here we go. All right.
Shout out
No.
to Esteban Munoz in Indiana.
So don't F this up, Joey.
Hey,
Let's start out with an easy one.
there are only 10,
Okay.
so you got to get them all right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Question number one. This is Motley Crue trivia for Joey, the biggest Motley Crue fan in the world.
Before you answer, how many Motley Crue tattoos do you have?
I don't know.
More than 10?
Yeah, more than 10.
Okay.
Yeah, if he gets arrested, he's heavily tattooed. That's what it is. They don't count him after so many. I've been there before.
Well, no, I'm talking specifically Motley Crue, more than 10. That's a lot. So.
Yeah. Okay. What album was the song Without You on?
Dr. Philgood.
Okay, cool. I got it's.
Oh,
It's
multiple choice.
Multiple
but-
choice.
That's, you know,
He's not gonna need them though. He's not gonna need the multiple choice. He's gonna know them. He's gonna know them.
Hold on, Joey, we're trying to make the show dramatic.
Okay.
I mean, like, we're trying to get ratings.
Sorry. I gotta let you do multiple choice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
All
All right, I got my bad.
So-
Because you didn't
I'm flexing,
explain.
I'm flexing.
Yeah, you
Also,
didn't
kind of like
explain.
scratch your eyebrow.
Okay.
Like, oh, man.
Let's see. Dale shine.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
What song begins with these lyrics? Oh, by the way, check the time. He's got 60 seconds.
Okay,
He
here we
answered
go.
the last one in minus 0 seconds. But,
I know. So let's.
all right. So far, so good.
Okay, here we go.
What song begins with these lyrics? You say our love is like dynamite. Too young to fall in love. Smoking in the boys' room. Without you or Angela.
Oh my God, that's so hard. You're gonna fall in love, goddammit.
Yeah.
All right.
Just let me answer, Wade.
Number
Over.
3 so far. Okay, you're 2 for 2, bro.
That's
All
good.
right. You're in the kindergarten category. So calm down.
What
There we go.
song begins with the lyrics, when I get high on speed? Girls, 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 kickstart my heart, Dr. Feelgood, or smoking in the boys' room?
Kickstart my heart.
All right. Okay. Final answer.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Chingato.
No, that's good.
All right. Complete the lyric for this song.
Son of a bitch. Go for it.
It's the same old situation. She's got an alligator bag, top hat to match. She's got a Filipino girlie she claims is her friend, dressed in black on black. Now I used to call her Cindy. She changed her name to Sin. It's got to be a sexual thing. Complete the lyric for the song, same old situation. She's got an alligator bag, top hat to match. She's got a Filipino girlie she claims is her friend, dressed in black on black. Now I used to call her Cindy. She changed her name to Sin, or it's got to be a sexual thing.
Now all around the world, girls will be girls.
Okay.
It's the same old.
Yeah, that's a song.
Yeah, that's the lyrics.
No, it's she's got an alligator.
I'm sorry. My bad. I misunderstood you. Say it again.
You got to complete the lyrics.
Okay,
She's got an alligator bag, top hat to match.
Yes, dressed in black on black.
Final answer?
Yes.
All right. Oh, sorry.
I thought I was doing it at the very end.
We're running out of 60 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
The music, really?
Well, trying to make it suspenseful.
Which one of these places is not mentioned in songs in the song Girl Girl? Which one of these places is not mentioned in the song Girls Girls Girls? Tropicana, London, Paris, or Atlanta? Not mentioned. Tropicana, London, Paris, or Atlanta? How many seconds does he have?
He's got 35 seconds.
Okay. Girls, girls, girls. Which one of these places is not mentioned in the song Girls, Girls, Girls? Tropicana, London, Paris, or Atlanta?
London.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost ran out of time
I
there, no?
know.
What was Motley Crue's first hit single? Livewire, Shout at the Devil, Looks that Kill, or Piece of Your Action?
Livewire.
Final answer?
Yes, sir.
Now, how many has he gotten right? Where are we?
What do you mean? I'm
We're on
five for
number
five.
7.
He's
Or,
got
you know.
6.
Yeah, he's gotten 6 right. We're
Yeah,
on number
Livewire
7.
was released August 16th, 1982.
Oh, 92?
82.
Oh, well, they filmed it
That's
in
when it
81. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the album was released in 81. Number 7, which song begins with these lyrics? Kneel down, ye sinners, to streetwise religion. Shout at the devil, Livewire, Girls, 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 or Wild Side?
Wild Side!
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
For most
my.
of these, he's under 10 seconds. So that's a new record.
Which state's 3 members of Motley Crue? Dana Strum, Blas Elias, Tim Kelly, Tom Kiefer, Eric Brittenham, Jeff LaBar, Janie Lane, Stephen Sweet, Joey Allen, Nikki Sixx, Mix Mars, Tommy Lee.
Say it again.
Just say the last names, bro. This fucking question's so damn easy. Which state's 3 members of Motley Crue? Dana Strum, Blas Elias, Tim Kelly, Tom Kiefer, Eric Brittingham, Jeff LaBar, Janie Lane, Stephen Sweet, Joey Allen, Nikki Sixx, Mick Mars, or Tommy Lee?
Who are the members of the band?
Yeah.
He
The
just
last 3.
All right, there
he
you
just
go.
asked it in a very You kind of worded that very kind of.
So who's Dana Strum, Blas Elias, and Tim Kelly?
They're from Slaughter.
Yeah, all right. Tom Kiefer, Eric Brittingham, and Jeff LaBar.
That's my top 5. Cinderella.
Janie Lane, Stephen Sweet, and Joey Allen.
She's got cherry pie.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Who was the lead singer of Motley Crue? Vince Neil, Bruce Dickinson, Mark Slaughter, or John Lennon?
A la madre, really? If
Don't even answer it. Don't even answer
I told my wife, she would have said Vince Gill. She says me, sorry, babe. I love you. Mwah.
it. All right. What is Nikki Sixx's real name? Frank John Dan Smith Jr., Frank Carlton Serafino Ferrana Jr., Nicky Smith Jack Jr., or Dan Johnson Nick Sr.?
B. Frank Ferrana.
Okay.
Yeah, it's B, the second one.
All right.
How many more does it need?
That's it.
That's on. Yeah, that's it, bro.
That's
wow.
it. You got all
All
10.
right.
You got all 10.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
Where do you stand on Vince Neil's physical condition? He's been big, and then he was little, and now he's getting big. What's your stage as a frontman? Shouldn't he be more responsible, or where do you stand on his health?
I mean, I think so. I mean, a lot of people have been going like. They talk mess about him, you know, what I mean? Because they want to see the old Vince Neil.
Dude,
Body shame. They body shame him.
When they made a picture of him on top of the Empire State Building,
Yes,
like freaking
Yeah.
King
But you know what?
Kong
I
in the
wonder.
30s.
But I wonder to my like, of course, as a fan, you know, you wonder to yourself like, what does he think? Does he think like, I don't need to fucking prove anything to nobody. I'll do what I want. I'm Vince Neil.
He doesn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how come I'm like. But you got guys like, for example, like the guys from even Def Leppard, Phil Collin, the guitar player. He was like, he has plenty of time to get in shape for this tour. I'll even train him. You know, Phil Collin is in shape.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's weird because it's like you would think. I mean, you would think he would want to be.
His pride would get in
Well,
the way and say, you know what? Let me kind of
To
rein it in
me,
a little.
When I look at him, when we saw him, we were like in the second row, and I was like, I kept thinking, man, he's unhealthy. I mean, it's not about his look or he looked like. I wasn't making fun of what he looked like, a little meatball running back and forth.
He
you know,
looked
with-
like he was about to have a heart attack at any moment.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, you know, this is not good for him, man. He's got, you know, because being on tour like that, dude, it takes a lot.
But you know what though? If it was like, okay, you have two choices. You could either get thin Vince Neil and he sings the way he sings, or you can get unhealthy Vince Neil and maybe he could sing the songs like the way they're supposed to be sang. Because if you think about it, look at Mike Reno from Loverboy. He's big.
Está gordo.
Yeah.
But he belts those songs from Loverboy like nobody's business.
Sí.
He's still delivering. So I'm thinking like, I wish Vince Neil sang, because he sings like every other word. And then he's like, "Wah!" And he says shit that you don't even understand.
He doesn't say kickstart my heart.
You've seen those-
Yeah.
You've seen those videos where they put words.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. Like,
It
it's
sounds
like,
Asian.
yeah, it's and just the other day,
It's comical, bro.
I was in the studio. Just the other day, I was in the studio with Carlos with Metal in San Antonio, and we were talking about the stadium tour. And Carlos is all about, you know, Def Leppard's gonna kick Motley Crue's ass. I'm like, how, bro?
Musically,
Well, he says like, because Def Leppard has badass intro songs,
and the singer's pretty damn good.
but
too,
it's Motley
man.
Crue, bro.
I know, bro, but I mean, we saw Def Leppard with
Yeah,
Kiss,
and
and
they
I
were
was
pretty
like,
amazing. Yeah.
musically, Def Leppard blew Kiss away, but Kiss with the show and the you know, pyros and all that, they blew Def Leppard away. But Def Leppard musically, dude, those guitars, Vivian Campbell, Phil Collin together, forget about it. And then, you know, Joe Elliott, I was listening to Too Late for Love today on my AirPods, and I was like, man, he sings weird, dude. He's got a really weird voice, but it fit the songs, you know. And I don't know. Are you gonna go see Motley Crue?
I'm planning on it.
Yeah,
I'm planning on going to Houston and San Antonio.
I'll be out there.
Woo.
San Alamo Dome.
It's because I wonder,
right?
yeah, because I'm curious to see. I mean, when they did their last tour, right?
Did you go to that one, the
Yeah,
final?
I went to both. They announced like a first leg in 2014, and they came to Cedar Park, which is by Austin. And I went to that one thinking that was the last time I was going to see Motley Crue ever. and they had a pretty badass production.
Yeah.
But I thought it could have been. I figured it would have been bigger.
Over the top.
Yeah, so then when they came back on their second leg, they went to San Antonio. to the Alamo Dome, and their production was huge. And I was because at Cedar Park, Tommy Lee's roller coaster only went to like half court. In the Alamo Dome, it went all the way to the back to the soundboard. But I mean, dude, they're
spectacular.
Their show was like even on the end, the very last concert they did at the Staples Center. I was telling people they used indoor pyro that has never been used indoors. These flames that almost touched the ceiling of the Staples Center. So I'm thinking, you did all that. How do you top that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you top that?
Vince Neil explodes on stage.
I hope it's after San Antonio.
Oh, I got his pancreas.
I got the femur.
I hope it's after the San Antonio show.
Everybody with a different organ.
No, just joking, ladies and gentlemen. We want anything like that to happen. We want it to be good. And, Def Leppard, Poison, and it's Joan Jett and Motley Crue should be a hell of a freaking show, man.
I think they could have did better. I wouldn't have put Poison. I think Poison's overrated. Gacho.
Well, yeah. I wasn't a fan of theirs when they first came out because their music was real rinky dinky to me. I mean, I was an Iron Maiden guy, you know, and Black Sabbath and shit. And Motley Crue was, they were
top tier.
They were up there,
top
too.
shelf.
But
Poison was a low rent. Motley Crue.
Let me ask you something, Rock. What do you think? Like, in your opinion, why do you think Motley Crue never got? I mean, I think they're huge now because of like.
Physically?
Well, but I'm saying like because of like, when Tommy Lee came out with that sex tape, he got really popular. The freaking all the shit they've been in trouble with the law. Like they've
Vince Neil killed somebody in his car, dude.
Like they became
Razzle-dingley.
like they're this big band, and then with the movie The Dirt. But why do you think they never got like as big as like let's say Metallica?
They are, dude. They're filling up stadiums. I mean, they're as big as Metallica, bro. I think so.
Their music can be heard in stores.
Global.
I mean, it's what more do you want? It's in commercials. I mean, it's mainstream.
Yeah, because you got the Rolling Stones, you've got Metallica. I mean, there aren't many bands that can fill up a stadium. Motley Crue's one of them, bro. And so is Metallica.
But Motley Crue's doing it with the help of.
Yeah, but they're bringing them on just to make the package worth it, you know. And but they can probably fill in a pretty good stadium by themselves, and maybe a couple of other. You got to have opening acts, of course, right?
And it's funny because Chris Perez used to tell me like, "Really, Motley Crue?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" It's like, all right, yeah, that's cool.
What does he like? Does he like? What's his metal? Where does he go? Does he Anthrax or is he more of a Motley Crue?
Out of the two, he would be more Motley Crue.
Okay,
He said Van Halen like. All day long.
Yeah.
Right,
but dude, I honestly think that man, I think Mick Mars has some pretty iconic lead solos, dude, compared to Kirk Hammett.
He's very underrated.
Yeah.
They don't mention, they always talk about the same guys and they don't talk about Mick Mars.
Mick Mars is amazing when you
Mick
listen
Mars
to
is
his
the
work.
music, bro. I think it's so funny because I saw when Motley Crue went on tour without Vince in '94, that shit didn't last at all. They ended up having to send 18-wheelers home, and they were in a bus. Yes. Nobody was showing up to their show. In fact, in their book, Nikki Sixx talks about doing an interview, and I think it was in Oklahoma or Michigan. I'm not too sure. He was doing an interview, and he said on the radio interview, "Whoever shows up to this radio station right now, I will put you on the guest list." 2 people showed up. Like nobody went to see Motley Crue without Vince, but they went to go see Motley Crue without Tommy Lee because I was there. It's like I can't see them without Mick Mars.
You don't like the album with John Corabi?
It's my favorite Motley Crue album.
It's good, right?
It's my favorite one.
And Hooligans Holiday, the drums on that
Not
is
even,
pretty
dude,
damn
if you
good.
when you put that record on and Power to the Music, it's heavy, bro.
Do you think Vince Neil could have sang that album? No.
Nah. In my opinion, I think that if Motley Crue would have changed their name for that album, and like if they would have put that record out under a different name, it would have did something.
Yeah.
Repackage, right?
Yeah, because if you're putting Motley Crue, but it's not Vince Neil, and it's like, how are you going to give him? You're serving Coke, but the flavor is different. It is not Coke. You know what I mean? So,
well, Joey, it's been awesome having you here, bro.
Dude, I love it here,
Yeah,
bro.
Hey, it was great to finally meet you, man.
No, likewise,
dude.
brother. Likewise, man.
And we appreciate everybody that supports the shows. We're going to be on tomorrow night with the Spinoffs 80s band, and we're going to play next Friday night. We've got some awesome video of the place we're playing at. Landmark on Tower is an amazing place. It's an outdoor venue. It's outdoor and indoors, and we will be performing, headlining the show, okay? So we want to invite everybody. The Spinoffs are going to open up. They're doing 80s music, and then we're going to do our Southern rock and you know, classic rock stuff from the 70s and 80s and 90s. It's going to be fantastic. They've got, I don't know, like 50, 60 beer tabs. And what you do is you open up a tab. They give you a wristband, and then you go and you put your hand under the beer tab, and you can get an ounce of each beer, and you know, to taste all of them. And the one you like, you end up drinking all night if you want, or you can try different beers all night, you know, but it's up to you. They got pizza, they've got food trucks outside, they've got some amazing tables, like picnic tables that are made out of steel frame, and they've got, as you can see the video, it is just an amazing place. It's on the corner of Tower Road and Old 83 in Alamo, Texas. Whiskey D and the Spinoffs. So tomorrow the Spinoffs will be here. We'll talk about that. And then on Saturday, we've got the guys from the Greenhead that are going to be in here. We're going to have a nice gummy-ized Saturday night.
I'm seeing you're not drooling.
Yeah.
So where's your address?
We will be relaxed in our spiritual minds.
Drooling.
So we appreciate you. Before we leave, we got a couple of pictures that Joey sent me, and I wanted to ask him who they were and what was it all about. There's a couple of pictures there.
That's Eddie Solis in the white and Christian Solis with the red cap.
Okay.
Those are the Solis brothers. They're like a country band out of Castroville, Texas.
Okay.
And they're fucking awesome.
Really?
Yes.
Are
bro.
they like Cole Wetzel or George Strait or who?
They're it's hard to explain, man, because I've seen them. It's they played acoustic. That's like their main thing. They have a few full band shows, which in fact this Friday in San Antonio, Texas at Fiesta, I'm gonna be playing drums with them at the Hidalgo stage at Fiesta San Antonio this Friday at 9:00. So if you're in San Antonio, come check out the Solis brothers. These guys are the real deal, man.
All right, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
you set up in their living room, right? I like that Beatles painting up there.
Oh no, that's at the studio. That was me recording their new single.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I when I met them at a festival that they were actually on the bill. They were gonna open. I was playing with Macizo at the time, and they were opening up they were the first band, and I got to meet them there at Soundcheck, and I checked my drums, and then I burned off to the hotel, so I didn't get to see them perform. But they were there when we played. So, about a couple of months later, their manager reached out to me and said, "Hey, you know, I'm the Solis brothers manager. The boys are fixing to go in the studio, and they're gonna record new music, and their only request is that you play drums." And I was like, dude, of course. So then I saw them on a buddy of mine's podcast, my friend Bumper. Shout out to Bumper Gomez.
Hey, shout out to Bumper.
Pinche Bumper.
Wacky Wednesdays tiene el Bumper, ¿no?
El pinche right now, what's up, doggy?
Frito Pie Friday.
A huevo. He was. They were on his podcast, so I checked them out, and they started playing and singing, and I was like, holy shit! Like these dudes are for real.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, we worked out the kinks. I went to go record with them, and when they asked me to play drums with them, they came to my house about 2 Sundays ago, and we went. Dude, we played like I don't know how many songs that these guys know, and they play together, and their harmonies are amazing.
And how serious is the Metal project? You and Carlito and Chris.
The Metal project, it was made to be just a fun
Side thing.
Yeah, it's side
You've been
thing.
off and on with them since the late 90s, early, right? So it's been a while, right? It's been a minute.
As the Rock en Español version of Metal, we started it in 1999.
Yeah.
And it was myself, Rudy Martinez, bass player for La Mafia, Carlito, and Adam Vargas, guitar player.
Yeah.
And it was just to be a cover band, Rock en Español cover band.
Did you have any originals, or was it mostly just you played Maná?
It's just Maná, Juanes, and
Guns N' Roses. I used to see you guys at a place in San Antonio.
The majority of the songs we played were Spanish rock songs. But of course, we would play some Guns N' Roses. We would play Bryan Adams and all that good stuff. So we became like this really popular band.
But
where-
you just recently joined them back with them.
Well, yeah,
and you're in the studio, right?
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
taking photo
check it out.
shoot and all
so
that.
just the other day, back in December, Carlos reached out to me and said, "Hey, we got some offers to do some shows. I want to bring the original band together." And the original band, like I said, it was me, Rudy, Carlos, and Adam. But it would be just me, Rudy, and Carlos, and then Chris. So Chris is playing guitar. I was like, "Sure, man. Let me know what's up. Let's work out the kinks." And we did, and we actually played our first gig at the end of January. And here's a crazy thing, bro. We played in San Antonio at a place called Pix. And that place, bro, it was weird because at the end of the day, we're just a cover band. We're not a touring original band. And I get there, when Starla and I get there, and it's like we're this big deal, bro. Like they were charging feria to get in this place, and it was hasta la madre.
Slam, dude. I saw pictures.
And I was like, and then, there was like security and
Badass,
it was like we were this big deal.
Yeah.
Wait, did they have catering? That's the main thing.
Nah, these guys they had a different type of catering in the band.
Puro Little Caesars pizza.
So we go and do this gig, right? And it's like it's just a trip because I'm like, wow, it feels like it's bigger. And then Carlos is like, yeah, man, we got offers to go here and there. So like as of right now that I do know and set in stone, in May the 6th, we're headlining in New Mexico. And then in May the 21st, we're headlining in Washington as Metal.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
that's
awesome.
But getting back to what you were saying, it's just supposed to be a cover band. Well, people start throwing, hey, y'all should record some originals. And by the time I know it, Carlos is like, hey, let's go record like 3 songs. I'm like, okay, I'm down. And then 3 turned into 5. So I went into the studio this past Sunday, and re-recorded 5 original Metal tracks that will be coming out. And bro, I'm going to tell you right now, they're fucking awesome.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. And to have you guys here, man. I know
Yeah.
you were on Bumper Show all together. It'd be nice to have you
Bring
here
us some
also.
shirts, man.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get going, man. It's already late. My wife's is past her bedtime.
Past your bedtime.
That's my bedtime, too.
Mine too.
Yeah. God bless you all. George, thanks for coming by, George.
Yes, sir.
He wasn't on camera, George Guzman, but his dad will be here next Wednesday. Along with George, we're going to do a little thing for Selena. Her
Awesome.
birthday's a week from Saturday. So, she would have been 52 years old, I think.
Wow.
And so we'll be talking stories. And Carlos has known her since she was a little girl as well. So it's going to be awesome next Wednesday, all right? So thank you so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And follow me on TikTok, all right? At Rock and Roll James 2022. I always put every day I'm posting something, all right? Behind the scenes, all kinds of cool stuff. And we appreciate you supporting us. We'll see you all next time. Everybody wave at the cameras.